Hello, teacher. I'm going to start with the best day in my life, and that's when my little brother born. I remember perfectly that day. I was playing video games with my big brother when my mom started with this pain inside her stomach because of the movement of the baby, and obviously my father immediately took her to the doctor, to the hospital, and my big brother and I stayed at home. When my fathers arrived to the hospital, my mother was immediately moved to the flat to be attended, and the doctor said to my father that everything is going to be alright. That's exactly what my father told me when he called me. And 3 hours later, I had been walking around the house because since my father told me that everything is gonna be alright, and because I was really worried. Yes, and then the phone started to ring. I immediately took up the phone, and my father said that my mother was fine, the new baby was fine, and that actually we can went there to saw them. So my father went on the road to my house, and by the time my father arrived to my house, my brother and I were prepared to to leave. And when we arrived to the hospital, I get into my mother's room, and obviously the first person that I saw was my mother. She was fine. She was beautiful. She was tired. Yes, and but I didn't saw my little brother, and I was asking, "Where is he?" No, and then a nurse get into the room with a little car, a car like a supermarket car, but taller, and there were my little brother. There was my little brother, and there were in that little car where I met my little brother, and that was the best day in my life. And now the worst day in my life by far, the day when my grandfather passed away, something like 1 year ago. I remember perfectly to that day. It was a Saturday in the morning, 3 a.m. I was sleeping when my father came into my room and told me, he woke me up and told me that my grandfather was gone. I just couldn't believe that. I started to cry, but uh, then I decided to calm down to be strong for my mother. So we went to Mexico City to saw my family. We everyone were crying, obviously, and I just started to cry with all them. Start to support my my family, especially my mother, and I just said the last goodbye to my grandfather, and that's by far the worst day in my life, and that's it. Thank you.